The family tree model. Sir William Jones, 1786, made the following observation about Sanskrit, the ancient language of Indian law. William Jones, he was a British government officer in India, and he studied languages, and then he made this historic statement about Indian law. The Sanskrit language, whatever be its antiquity, is of a wonderful structure, more perfect than the Greek, more copious than the Latin, and more exquisitely refined than either, yet bearing to both of them a strong affinity, both in the roots of verbs and in the form of grammar, than could possibly have been produced by accident. So he was the first person to announce that Indian language, Sanskrit, had very close affinity relationship with Greek and Latin, because their verbs, their many grammatical structures were the same. So with this, he introduces a new thought in linguistics. A number of languages from very different geographical areas must have some common ancestor. So with this statement, it was learned that a number of languages that are spoken by a lot of people in different parts of the words must have a common ancestor, as it was known that modern languages have a common ancestor. Modern languages like German, British, like English, like French have a common ancestor. So Proto-Indo-European, the original form, Indo-European, he said that the original form of the Indian languages and the European languages have a same ancestry. So he named that ancestry, or the group of languages that came forth from that ancestry, Proto-Indo-European. Scholars set out to identify the branches of the Indo-European family tree, tracing the lineage of many modern languages. So with this statement of William, the researchers started working on it, and then they looked for certain similarities in different languages, and they came up with certain conclusion saying that these languages belong to the same source languages, as many languages of the subcontinent and of the Europe belong to the same language, which is known as Proto-Indo-European. 30 such language families containing more than 6,000 different individual languages were found. So out of 6,000, though there are 6,912 languages, these languages are believed to be used in different parts of the world by people. Some of them are quite extinct, right? So all these languages form at least 30 language families. So all these over 6,000 languages belong to 30 language families. As I said, that Proto-Indo-European is one language family in which there are a lot of languages. Because they are from the same source. So let's look at this. It's a simplified family tree of Indo-European language, Proto-Indo-European. So we can see that Indo-Iranian, Sanskrit, Hindi, Bengali, Persian, Kurdish, they are from the same source. Anatolian, Hittite, Greek, similarly Baltic, Slavic, Italic, Celtic, Germanic. So if we come on to Germanic, we find Gothic, German, Dutch, Frisian, English, so and other languages. So all these languages have common source, which is known as Proto-Indo-European. This was found on the basis of their similarities in the verb and in the structures. These languages are in danger of extinct, while a few are expanding. So out of these more than 6,000 languages, as I said, that a lot of languages are at the verge of extinct. because for certain reason, because there are very few speakers, some 100 speakers or some 1,000 speakers of those languages, and on the other hand, the big languages, the languages like English are encroaching in a way on those languages. So at presently, the mostly used language on the continent is Chinese in terms of its speaker, 1 billion speaker, and second to Chinese is English with 350 million speakers. So when they are expanding, for example, Chinese, as it is reaching the nook and cranny of the globe, and the way English is expanding and having its influence over the smaller nations, the languages of the small groups of people and are at the verge of extinct. So there is a need to save these language for the good of humanity, and for better understanding human beings through their languages.